welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, I am so glad that you are here. So for today's video, first of all, before I even talk about what today's video is about, I want to apologize for my absence, but I also feel like I have apologized multiple times for my absence. It's like a toxic relationship where I keep apologizing for doing wrong, and then I keep doing wrong. I, honest to God, want to be consistent with my content, but life has been lifing. But one thing that I have told myself, that if this is a burden, like, I have to create content, if I feel like this is something that God is like really telling me to do, and He won't stop bothering me about it, I need to make sure that I make time for my gifts, and my gifts will make room for me. So yeah, I am back with another YouTube video. I really hope that I can stay consistent this time. That is my prayer, that I make time and I make room, and I schedule, a set time to where I can get back to what I love doing. But anyways, I don't want to ramble too much longer. Today's video is pretty much related to my absence. I want to talk about life burnout. I think a lot of people have been experiencing burnout when it comes to working, paying bills, romantic life, kids, marriage, just in general. I think that the pandemic was like a special reset. And I think that a lot of people are recovering from the pandemic, even though it's been about like maybe 4 years since it first started. And I think that a lot of us are still in recovery mode from the things that happened during the pandemic. And I don't think a lot of people are talking about that. So I have experienced burnout in my own life. I've been working a lot. I've had a lot of reset in terms of like relationships, friends, family, romantic. Things have been a little crazy. The month of May was a really good month, and then it ended off just unexpectedly terribly. But right now I am just trying to get better at prioritizing what is important, and then also not being rough on myself for the things that I can't control, and also just self-reflecting on what I can control and what I can change within myself, and making time, prioritizing the things that are important and the things that I may not want to do but I need to do, and then also making time for enjoyment, travel, life, fun, all of that good stuff. So yeah, I really hope that you guys are excited about this video, and I'm sure that there are a lot of people that can relate. So if you are interested in this video, make sure that you stay to the end. Make sure that you leave me a comment, and don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you are notified each and every single time that I post. Give this video a huge thumbs up. Put a comment down below if you relate, or if you have anything to add to the conversation. And don't forget to subscribe, because if you don't subscribe, you're not going to be able to see if I'm going to stay consistent. But enough of the intro. Let's go ahead and get into it. So I want to give a quick definition of the word burnout. When I Googled it, it gave me workplace burnout, but I pretty much just took out workplace and I replaced it with work, relationships, self-improvement, career, physical, spiritual health. Like, you can legitimately take out workplace and add in such and such burnout. So the definition that I have is a syndrome conceptualized as resulting from chronic workplace, like I said, replace workplace, stress that has not been successfully managed, characterized by 3 dimensions. So feeling of energy depletion or exhaustion, so pretty much fatigue, increased mental distance from one's job, but like I said, replace job with whatever, love life, health, mental health, physical health, friends, whatever. Feelings of negativity or depletion related to one's life. Well, it says one's job, but like I said, you can take out job and put out what you are experiencing, what you are experiencing burnout from. So I pretty much was experiencing burnout from everything. Like, I have increased my hours at work. I work part time, but I work a part time job with dang near full time hours. My hours, increase, decrease, but for the most part, I have been working a lot of hours. So I've been at work I be at work all day, every day. When my friends check my location, I'm at work. When my friends are asking me what I'm doing, I'm at work. Um, if I'm not at home, I'm at work. If I'm not asleep, I'm at work. So, which is good because it's teaching me financial discipline. Um, and I've been able to, like, make money, catch up on bills, and making sure that I'm staying on top of that. I've also, my job has also been a great source of me being social. So I've met a lot of new people. I have been a lot more social, but I also feel like I was reaching burnout at work because I was at work all the time. I was not dedicating to my personal life. Like, I wasn't dedicating myself to my personal life, whether it be creating content, studying for the GRE, making plans to get back into school, traveling, like all the things that I can't do at work was pretty much suffering because I was always at work. Also felt like I was reaching a um, depletion or a burnout with relationships. Socially, things have been going great. I have met a lot of new people. I'm also back in church, not as often as I would like to, but Bible says don't despise small beginnings. So I am trying to get back to church on a weekly basis. I would like to join the church as a church home. Um, and I have, two different prospects, so I'm definitely excited about that. So socially, I was reaching a burnout, but then now I feel like things are getting better. Romantically, has been very confusing. I'm doing a video on heartbreak and how to recover from heartbreak, because I have experienced that twice within the last 2 years. Um, Not to give too much details, but it has been a rough road for me, and that is something that I have gained a lot of burnout. But I also feel like the recovery process is not going to be as bad as I think that it is. So yeah, enough about that. I'll do another video about that. Financially, I have been trying to become a little more responsible, and that was getting a little frustrating. I was getting a little frustrated with my faith because I felt like my life was at a standstill. So just all of that, like just trying to keep myself afloat to the point where I was on autopilot. I also feel like I was neglecting a lot of the different aspects of my life for work. Um, and that is pretty much what I'm doing. I'm trying to recover from burnout. I'm trying to get more excited about life. I'm trying to get more excited about doing things outside of my job. I'm trying to get back to a place where I feel excited to do things and not that things are a burden. All right, you guys. I had some technical difficulties in that previous clip, so please don't mind the sound issues. So, but we're gonna keep going. I want to go ahead and go over um, ways that you can fight and recover from burnout. So, what I was saying is that I think that regardless of where you're from, who you are, we all experience burnout in some shape or form, in some aspect in our lives. So it's very human to get tired. It's very human to be on autopilot. But I think that these are some things that you can do to recover from that, and that you can be more aware and more self-aware, um, to avoid that burnout, or if you're already experiencing it, to recover from that burnout. All right, so for the first tip, no matter what video that I do, no matter what advice that I give, my advice is, my first and the best foundational tip that I can give you is spiritually. Do some spiritual soul searching. What I mean by that is not, crazy stuff that you see on TikTok or Instagram or Twitter or New Ageism or nothing like that. Get in your word, get in the Bible, pray, and also make other people aware of what you're going through, because there is little to no power when you try to be prideful and go through things by yourself. You cannot do much by yourself. Now, I'm not saying that you can't do anything, just you, but in God, but a lot of the times God calls us to have community, and a lot of the times these people can bring you out of what you're going through. So if you refuse to have community, it's probably going to take twice as long, and it's probably going to be twice as hard. So work smarter, not harder. I think this next tip is probably easier said than done. But I will say take a break. Um, and take plan breaks. And what I mean by that is plan breaks within your schedule. I know that like with work, it's kind of hard for people to like take vacation. You know, it's harder for some people to take vacations than others. I know some people have kids, some people are married, so they absolutely have to work. But even if it's 5 to 10 minutes of silence, even if it's 5 to 10 minutes of a nap, like even if it's a day of you just taking a break from everything, that is one thing that I have been struggling with doing, is just scheduling a day where I don't do anything. And then sometimes when I schedule that day and don't do anything, I get bored and I'll be like, wow, I wish I had something to do. You really have to cherish silence. You have to cherish boredom. I think as humans, especially with technology, we do not like being bored. And sometimes there is healing in boredom. Sometimes you just need to be bored. You need a reset. You're not a robot. Take a reset. Okay, so for this next tip, I would say prioritize self-care. Self-care looks different for everybody. Like, I would love to start getting quarterly massages, because one thing that I've learned is that I hold a lot of tension in my back. Especially my upper left shoulder. I hold up when I'm stressed, my upper left shoulder starts hurting so bad. Also, when I'm PMSing, it starts hurting so bad. So that is something that I would love to start doing. I just have to prioritize it in my finances. But it looks different for everybody. Like bubble baths, taking a walk. Like, it doesn't have to be anything strenuous, just something that you can take care of yourself and just relax. Like, literally an activity. I would say self-care is like an activity that is like requires you to be brainless. Just relax. Like, just relax. So I mentioned this earlier. I would say that one of the things that helps shift your perspective is to have the mindset of that I get to do this versus I have to do this. I think one of the reasons why I stopped doing YouTube and Instagram is because it started to feel like a chore. And I think that I started off doing it as a legitimate hobby, but then I started letting the pressures of social media, the algorithm, me comparing myself to other people, it started to feel like a chore. It started to feel like something that I had to do versus like, Bethany, this is something that's supposed to be fun. You're supposed to be having fun. Why are you stressed? Like, I care about my craft, but I don't even think that the stress from caring about my craft is what was bothering me. It was the fact that I felt like I was competing, and I felt like what I was doing didn't have like any worth, which is not true. I've gotten a lot of feedback about how my content, how people love my content, and I'm like, Bethany, just keep going. Like, I'm responsible for creating the content, not how people react to the content. So that's why I would say shift your perspective. My next tip would be reduce your exposure to stressors if you can. Because, like I said, there are just some things that we cannot control. But I think that when you hone in on and focus on, okay, what can I do today to make my life better? Like, what can I do? What can I lessen to take some stress off of me? Like, what are some things that I can ignore? And then what are some things that I can get done so I can stop thinking about it? I put everything on my calendar. I journal. If I don't write things down, if I don't legitimately take what's in my brain and put it on paper, I'll either forget or I'll get overwhelmed. So journaling and getting a calendar, it's a lifesaver. I know it's such a simple tip, but it's really a lot. It's a lot more useful than you think it is. So try to do those things and see how it affects your stressors. I will also say seek out connections. I mentioned this earlier about telling people, please. Silence is a killer. Being silent, remaining silent is a killer. I'm not telling you to tell a stranger your business. I'm not saying go on social media and say all of your business. Make sure that you have a trusted source, or sometimes there are like Facebook groups for grieving, burnout, dating. Like there are different groups that you can join, and just find you some trusted people. Get some people that can pray for you. I've said this in a lot of my previous Beth Talks videos. Please get trusted people in your life so that they can help you on your journey of recovery. And my last tip is just take your time. Things take time. I know that we hate having patience. Having patience is not fun. Having to have patience is a job in itself. And you cannot offer, one thing that I've had to tell myself, you cannot offer patience to other people and you're not offering patience for yourself. That doesn't make any sense. You require grace, mercy, patience, just like the next person. A lot of the times we are patient with the people that we love, but we do not save any patience or grace for ourselves. So just take time. I know you want to be healed. I know you want things to be better in an instant, but it's not always like that. I hate to tell you, and I'm talking to myself because I am currently going through a little bit of something now. But in my opinion, I do think time heals all wounds as long as you are using that time wisely. Make sure that you are not doing things to set yourself back. If you can avoid it, please do not set yourself back out of pain. So that would be my little tidbits and my research and things that I've done in my own life to recover. All right, you guys, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope that it was helpful. I definitely want to bring my fashion videos back, but I think this is going to be held to a higher priority. It's good to work on the outside. Trust me, you got to work on the outside. But if your inside is ugly, there's no point on working on the outside. I definitely think that I have learned a lot in these last 4 years, and I want to be able to share everything that I know, because I know that there are other people in the world that look just like me and experience the same things. So I want to be able to build a community of healing. I want to build a community of love. I want to build a community off the foundation of my faith, definitely including God in everything that I do. And I want to make sure that I spread that light. I don't think there's any point in me doing fashion videos if I'm not doing anything that's like really worth substance. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you comment down below your thoughts. Make sure you give this video a huge like. My plan is to be more consistent. We gonna see. We gonna see. But yeah, I really hope that you guys are doing well. And yeah, your girl is back on YouTube. I'm excited. No, but for real, make sure that y'all drop some video ideas, whether it be fashion, whether it be Beth Talks. I'm definitely going to be doing vlogs during the summer. I think the summer is going to be really fun. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye.
Don't close your eyes to get away. Just make my mind and I'll arrange it. Beautiful girl, you're stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be painless, yeah. All I'm drinking is champagne. All you want is the same thing. Don't close your